Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor. I am a senior gold ambassador. Tonight, we are going to be talking about projections, getting our goals together and mapping it out. Because if you don't have a road to get to your destination, you ain't getting there. So it's a new month. Where do I start? First, find your projection, set your goal, map it out. Love repeating myself. All right. So finding our projection. So what is a projection? So a projection is the estimated number of points that you are going to end the month with. How do you find your projection? So you're going to go into your back office. You're going to click on dashboard. You're going to go to business, go to points and rank up. You're going to scroll to see all of your orders, all of your people. You're going to slide a little bit and you're going to sort it by subscription. You're going to count every order subscription that is set to run for this month, starting from the 1st to the 28th, although now it's the 5th. So from the 6th to the 28th, you're going to count. And you're going to multiply that number by either 5 or 6. I say 5 or 6 because it depends on where you're at in your business, how many levels underneath of you are working and adding people, because if it's just level 1s, it's 6 points. If it's anything below, it's 5. So you can figure that out. How do I get over it? Here we go. All right, so how do you set a goal? You're going to base your goal off of your prior month, the amount of people that you have working underneath of you, because you got to be reasonable. I can't see what that says. Your projection and your next rank. So you got to look at all of those numbers and see where you're going to fall for your goal for the month. So you could have hit gold last month. If you're like, hey, I'm not quite ready to run for senior gold yet, because that is quite a jump. You can say, I want to hit like 175, or pick a number that you feel confident with that you can achieve with what you have going on. Once you know what your goal is, you're going to subtract your projections from your goal. So my example, if my goal is 100 points, my projection is 50, I need 50 points in order to get to my goal. So then you got to map out where those 50 points are going to come from. But in order to do your map, you have to divide what you need. So your 50 points, you need to divide that by 5. I always do it by 5 just because that's the average amount of points that you get for orders. And then you're going to make a list. So you need to do 50 points divided by 5, and you need 10 orders. So then you need to make a list 1 through 10, and you've got to figure out where those orders are going to come from. So if you're talking to Sally and Sally's ready to sign up, this is Sally's map. Okay, if you're talking to Sarah and Sarah is ready to sign up, Sarah is number 1. Okay, and then you have somebody working underneath of you and she wants to go silver this month. We're going to go with Lizzie. Lizzie needs to add 3 people in order for her to go silver, and that helps you with your points. So Lizzie's 3 ads are going on your map. If for some reason Sarah decides, you know what, I'm going to wait, it's not for me, Sarah would come off that map and you need to put someone else in her place because that order has to come from somewhere. And I think that's on my next slide to say that. So keep in mind, your map is going to change. It could change daily, could change weekly. It really just depends on your business, how fast you're going, if you're going a little slower, if you're doing it by yourself, if you've got people doing it with you. So it's really just, it's going to be changing a lot. It's going to change. I mean, my September 1st map looks nothing like my September 4th map or 5th map. So if that gives you any, what's the word I'm looking for? Someone help me out. Idea of what is going to happen. And remember that you have got this. Don't make it that hard because it's not that hard. Just pick your goal, find your projection, map it out, get with your sponsor. If you don't know where to set your goal and you're like, I don't even know where to begin, get with your sponsor. Your sponsor has been doing this a little bit longer than you and understands how to figure it all out and how to factor everything in. So again, if you need help, ask your sponsor, ask the sideline sister, do what you got to do, map it out, hit your goal, and make it a great September. Okay. You may all unmute now.
Good job, Taylor.
Good.
Wham.
It was. Can we get copies of those so we can send to our team when we have to train them? Just literally just earlier, Erin was like, I can't remember how to do my projection. I was like, okay, let's do this again.
Yeah,
I still have trouble at month 6, 7. Where am I at? So
Yeah, it's confusing.
It can be confusing,
So
especially
what
if you're like,
So what do you think, what's advice for like when you set your goal and you're starting to be like, oh my gosh, now that goal is looking really far away. I only have 4 people on my map. How am I supposed to fill these other 6? Maybe I should lower my goal. Like, what do you suggest someone does in that situation?
I'm going to suggest business reach outs. Do not be afraid to do some business reach outs because you never know who wants to make 300, 600, whatever they're looking. They might be somebody that you reach out to and they're like gung ho for it. And then you're filling in a couple more spots because they're like, heck yeah, I want to make that money. Or if you need to reevaluate, you can. Again, get with your sponsor and tell them how your month has been, where your conversations are at, and see what your sponsor says, because they may think of something that you're not even thinking of, because sometimes we get in that tunnel vision and we're like, I got to figure out these 6 spots. I don't know where they're coming from. And sometimes we need someone to reel us back in and go, we can figure this out. Slow down. Let's look at where we're at. Where are your conversations? Who are you talking to? All the things.
Yeah, communication is huge. One thing I was going to say too, if I could piggyback off of that, is like what to do is if you've been doing this a while too, sometimes, and I know Jenny does this too, like just go scroll back for like ever in your chats, you know, like because there are people in there that you didn't think of or that you forgot about. So they probably haven't been on your map for months or whatever. And you just never know. Just go re-spark that conversation. You just never know where they could come from.
Well, yeah, they're probably still watching you. 9 times out of 10, they're still watching what you're posting. They're still watching what you're doing. And they're like, what the heck is that girl doing over there? Look at her looking all crazy posting that. They're watching, but sometimes they're scared.
Well, and I do that from time to time, even when I'm not necessarily trying to sign them up right now. I'm just trying to bring the conversation back up and just start talking to them again.
Yeah, re-spark that flame for that friendship.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be like the next day that Plexus comes up in conversation too, because you're not just coming back talking Plexus, you're connecting as a human. And then, you know, they're probably like, oh, well, this is why I was talking to her. You know, they'll consider it more and just so show that you just care about them. You're not just out to be like, well, hey, we haven't talked in a while. These are the discounts we have now.
I was guilty of that many times, and now I'm like, oh gosh. And I've gone back and I've apologized to people. I've been like, hey, I was like, you know, you seemed, you know, really interested at one point, and so then I just thought I would touch base like the next month and let you know what the deals were. But I don't want you to think that that's like, you know, all this is about, like, you know. And so I've like apologized and just, yeah, hopefully they're still watching and watching me learn and grow and be better at this.
But there are some people that literally are just waiting for a sale. They would order. They're just like, just meet me at my price. And they really do just want to know about the discounts. So there are people like that too.
You got to know your audience.
Yes.
It's always so fast.
I know. I felt like I flew through mine last week, and I watched it back, and I'm like, that wasn't bad. So
If you don't need anything else,
straight into the point.
Handle projecting for cruise or leaders retreat, the Punta Cana credits. Like, how do you kind of project where you want to be with that?
You know, can I? Well, and I don't know, you guys can tell
build
me if
this
this
time
is
goes
wrong or
on.
not, but my opinion on that, just duplicate, build a business, do the
Just
thing
work
you
hard.
need to do, and the trip is going to come with it. Like, I don't like the whole, okay, I need to this, you know what I mean? It's just too much micromanaging that whole thing. Like, I know we did a lot of that with the last one here and there, but honestly, I never did
Too
it.
much,
And
right? If you want to earn it, sign up 9 people and make sure 3 of them go silver, and then retain them this many months. And it's like, what?
Right. Well, you need to be doing the business reach outs and bringing new people in to do the business, you know, each month. And yeah, it's just doing the things and being a leader and growing your business, and the trip will come.
Oh, if you make silvers, you will soar right through it.
Yeah.
sure.
So that's how I feel about that. I don't know. You guys can all disagree with me if you want, but
Well, I think some people love to see it broken down, like give
Yeah.
me a path of what I'm supposed to do. But
Right.
life just isn't like that. Just like how we talked about with the map, it's going to always be changing. So
Oh, yeah.
you can't predict exactly what's going to happen. But if you need help breaking it down, someone can definitely help break it down with you if that's how your brain works.
Well, and that would be my suggestion too, though, like to go along with the map even is you need to like set your goal, know that, you know, you want to sign up 3 or 4 people. What did Genevieve say? Like 4, I don't know, perfect.
Yeah,
world,
4. Now it's 4 a month.
But, you know, and then have a map though, a clear map of how you're getting to your goal. And if things start to fall apart, redo the map. You know, be willing to readjust the things, not just say, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to get there, and then give yourself a pass and say, well, you know, oh, well, I was shooting too high. Go do some more business reach outs, go talk more to your people about getting them 3, whether it be offering to do them like an event or something, or hop on a Zoom and talk to, you know, hey, bring a couple of your friends on, you know, just getting creative and doing those things that's going to move things forward. And you can talk to your sponsor about all that too, if you need ideas. Yes, ma'am.
And you know, if you're doing your map every month, then that's almost the same as projecting for the cruise. Because, you know, when you're figuring out your map and you've got all of these people listed on there, based on what level they are, you can just go in and look at how the cruise credits are set up. And you can say, okay, well, this is going to be 15 points. If Lizzie adds 3 people, that's going to be 5 each. You know, you can go down and just break it up, break it down along with your map if you're one of those people that likes to, you know, get it all out in front of you. But you're doing, if you're mapping and you're planning out your month and you're changing your map as you go, you're doing it anyway.
Yeah, it's like the trip is a default.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I didn't do a whole lot of extra for the trip. I just did my job.
Right.
And I got it extra. It was an extra bonus for doing my job.
And I think like if we have new people that come in, you know, you kind of do the same thing with them. Like, yeah, you can map it out and kind of show them a little bit. But I think at the end of the day, it's when I'm having the conversation with someone who is like, oh yeah, how do I earn this? I told them the same thing I just said here. You need to be talking about the business. You need to be doing business reach outs, find somebody that wants to do this with you, you know, and then you're just kind of coaching them in the same way, I guess.
Your business, like, okay, you need a lot of orders. Oh, you're behind. Reach out about the business. You got to go create some business builders. And literally that's usually just a fear thing that you have to get over. And all of us are capable of getting past a fear. We've got messages that you can do, like you can do this. It's just a matter of forcing yourself to do it. So how quickly do you want to hit your goal?
Right. And if adding a business builder scares you or makes you nervous or whatever, just duplicate. Go into the people you already have and get them to share and do the referral program.
Can I make a confession? Starting a new business builder scares me too. Okay. It's scary for all of us because then I'm like, crap. What if they're not successful? What if I don't tell them the right things? You know, like it's a normal fear that we all have to just jump in and do it, you know? So yeah. And we can do it. We're all capable.
One more thing, your goal. If you don't hit your goal, but you know that you did everything that you could, you did the business reach outs, you did the messages, you did the share of posts, you told people all XYZ, you did it all, it's okay. Because at the end of the day, you can go to bed at 11:59 Eastern time saying, I did every stupid thing that I could, but it's okay because we're about to start a new month and I'm going to have a new goal and I'm going to push just like I did and I'm going to hit it this month.
Yeah.
Don't
The
let
key is
yourself
doing all of the
not
things
do
to
all the
ensure.
things and be
Yeah.
afraid of your goal.
Yeah. The key is to not give up on the goal and know that you did all the things. And then, yeah. Good
And then the
Lord.
great thing about the next month is that the people that didn't come through, they're going to come through at the beginning of the next month and start you
Yeah.
off right. So
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the momentum going. Don't stop just because September 1st or October 1st.
Who did I give that advice to at the end of the month? It might have been
Probably
you,
me.
even. I think it was because I was like, well, just go love on the people. Like, you know, because you're setting yourself up. Like, even though you can have it in your mind, like I know, you know, Marcy's not going to sign up today, but go check in with her and just have a conversation with her non-Plexus and just love on the people. You have to be loving on your people all the time. And when their time is right, it's right at the end of the day, you know? So yeah, I think that was you. She's like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm still trying to, and I was like, just go love on your people. It's okay, you know, because we don't want to go in and be all crazy and desperate sounding.
right.
$80 off if you join tonight.
Yeah. I will buy you a boat if you order
Things like that.
I
If
know.
someone told me they would buy me a boat, I'd be signing up for anything.
But the
What you
point
got?
is if you're doing all of the things every single, you know, throughout the whole month, it's okay if you don't hit the goal. So.
And Vicky, what Genevieve talks a lot about you're doing your IPA and like how it's statistically impossible to not sign 3 if you're doing your IPA. Like you can't blame anything. If you're doing the work, it's going to come to fruition.
Yes, you will sign 3 people per month if you consistently do IPA 5 days a week. And who is it? Is it what's her name? Somebody, Jordan Roddenberry, maybe. She says, I'll buy you a unicorn if you if you do your IPA consistently and don't, you know, add 3 every month or something like that, because it's like impossible if you're doing the things. It will happen. Now, it's not going to happen if you start your IPA today necessarily. IPA is something that works over time. You've got to give it 60 to 90 days of consistency before you really start to see.
Like triplex.
Yeah, exactly. It's a compound effect. If you haven't read that book, read it. It's really good. So. No.
We like knit
People
together
Calm down.
and read it.
I'm just so excited. All the things. Oh, and for anybody watching this, if they're watching the recording, we have a business event coming up in 2 days here. It's just going to be a messenger chat. Lisa is going to be hosting it. Vicky and I have been working on content, and basically it's for anybody interested in the business, whether they order Plexus now or not. I'm working on it now. It gives a great rundown of who is Plexus. Like they are, you know, Better Business Bureau. They have an award in this. Like this is you know, how great they are at their standards for checking the products. And like, this is the income you can make. I got a couple videos, a couple business testimonies. So definitely use our little invite image that we shared and invite people to that, because that'll be fun.
And we've also been working on some scripts that we got from No Shame Sales Game. Give her credit because they are amazing. Get with your sponsor if you are interested in knowing all of those details, because it's a lot, but it is going to push you and push your business forward to the fullest extent. And you're going to look at it very differently. Very differently. We all have those. So if you need them, ask. And we'll. Yes.
Because we're using it all the time now. You gotta download that app.
I'm
I love
obsessed
the keyboard.
with boards.
Me too. I know.
Yes.
Make it all look
Everything.
organized.
I'm literally like, what can I put in here?
Yeah. And I only do
Awesome.
capitals for all of my titles. It looks so clean and nice.
Oh, I know. I'm like, wait a minute, that has to be a certain way, but wait, oh, I
Yeah.
called it something else over here.
And so you remake all of it, so it all looks the same. What a waste.
I
of
did that like 3 times on one of the boards that I made the other day. I redid it like 3 times. I was like, this looks awful, redo. And then I did it. I was like, no, I don't like that either. Redo.
Love boards.
Don't look at my boards.
You can't see each other's boards, right?
Mine
No.
aren't as organized as probably some other people, but they're
getting there.
organized.
Taylor, thank you for doing that. Those are
You're
so
welcome.
helpful.
Yes.
I
There,
still have to get mine.
you guys, you gotta follow No Shame Sales
Sales team.
Mama, or is it Mama? No,
No,
shame.
just no
No
shame
mama.
sales game.
No Mama.
She's the anti-hey girl, she calls herself.
Yes. So it's example messages on how to reach out, how to handle when someone says no. Like she just says it like it is. And so, yeah, tons of messaging examples and scenarios.
Without
And
being
she's
weird.
just,
Yeah.
she's very much how to be a human on the internet.
It's so
Don't
crazy.
don't make it
Lose
weird.
that skill.
Yeah, well,
We're like,
that's
how
because
do I
of
do
how, it's because of how all the past network marketing has been done. That's why
There she is. I don't know. You
So
can't
many
see it.
people
No
don't
shame
like
sales
it.
game.
that's it.
They've been really helpful, the messages. And I think last week I was coming up with something and I pulled stuff. Well, no, this was Genevieve, not her. Never mind. But my point is even if it's not the exact message that you need, just pull from like different ones to just use different wording.
And I just put together another board that I can send you guys because this morning I spent all day just going because my membership is up on the 7th. So I spent all day downloading stuff, going through things and copying things that I thought would be useful. And she has this whole section in there that she calls language tune-up that people could send into her where, okay, what do I say to this? Or how does this sound? And she'll fix it and say. So I like copied so many of those things because I was like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good too. So it's just a plethora of stuff, but I can share that with you guys also. So good.
Awkward. If you're salesy or cheesy, you can learn better language. Your brain will start to memorize. Oh, that's right. When someone says this is how I respond now. You know, it's just a process of practicing and learning. We can
And
all,
we know that because we did it.
yes.
We were spammy and salesy and hey girl and all of it. We did it and it was awful.
I still say, hey girl, but that's my
That's how you
personality.
speak.
So I don't,
Right. If
yes,
you can say it normally in a
Yes.
conversation with a friend, then you can do it.
right. I agree. It's
Yeah, I
raining
literally
here.
think I walked through church on Sunday and looked at Amy and said, hey girl, hey, and, you know, she's like, hey girl, hey. So, I mean, yeah, if it works for you, then it works for you.
Yeah, if it's you, but
Or like me, I go, hello there. Oh,
don't you wish they could just hear your voice?
Yeah. Well, I need a good emoji. I'm gonna sit-
Anna, I love the
Oh.
way you say.
She just needs like a picture of Dory. When she says it, you sound like Dory.
Oh,
Hi, I'm
Very good.
Dory. Oh, anyway.
Okay. Well, thanks
Thanks,
everyone.
Taylor.
You're welcome.
We always end up going very off script, so you'll have to cut it off at some point.
You're gonna have to like delete sections.
Yeah.
They can turn it off if they don't like it. It's fine. I was like, we ought to put something at the end that tells them to do something if they're rewatching
can-
it.
Yeah.
That way we know if they watched it to the end or not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The call to action needs to be, you obviously project, set your
Send
goal.
your projection
And
to
your
your
Oh, yeah, get with your
sponsor.
sponsor about setting
Let's
your goals
map
for
it
the month.
out.
Map it out. And if you've done all that already, business reach outs.
Yup.
On that note, peace out.
All
Chad
right.
came down and went.
I'm off like a prom dress.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to
Chad.
I don't want to be the
Ever
first
heard
one
that
to
one?
leave.
Oh, I've heard
Or
it.
off
Chad was
like a,
just like,
yeah, I'm
"Who
off
just
like a
said
prom
that?"
dress. Did I say it right? Anyway,
Yeah, I think so.
or I'm out like trout. Okay.
Out like trout. I haven't heard that
Peace
one.
out, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Bye.